Hi everyone, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes vs Jack the Ripper. Last time we went to Miller's Court and found, well, Sherlock saw the absolutely mutilated body of one of the young ladies of the night there. He discovered that the heart was missing. That's the only organ that had been taken. So we're heading to Isaac's now, the cobbler, to see if he knows any more on this situation. Dr. Watson's in his room. He's not very well, so we're going to leave him there for this time. So let's head to Isaac's, which is opposite the clinic, isn't it? The cobbler's shop. Here we go.
Let's go to the cobbler's.
Beep beep.
Oh, Beep Beep's there.
Evening, Mr. Holmes.
Ask about Abraham.
Good evening, Hardyman. Has Abraham Solomonovich still not reopened his shop?
No, not that I know of.
Have you heard anything about the latest murder?
Certainly there is talk of nothing else. Poor girl. I hope they catch the bastard who did it.
Who do you think that could be?
A madman, that's for sure. Everyone in the area is pinning it on a Jew. But I don't believe that for a second.
Why?
Because Jews don't like blood, you see. They're not allowed to eat it, and they have to drain the meat before cooking it. It's true that they eat animals, but they are fanatical about all kinds of silly things. I don't know much about their rituals and all, but I know that a Jewish butcher can't just do whatever he pleases with his knife. He has strict kosher rules to follow.
That's true.
You seem to be very well informed.
Well, I buy my meat from them too. My clients don't care whether the meat comes from Jews or not. Cats eat it regardless. And let me tell you, I'd go as far as to say that I may even have more faith in a Jew, because even if they don't eat all the offals, a Jew inspects them to see if the animal was in good health. Lungs, for the most part, and as they make up most of my cat's meat, you can see the connection, right?
Mm-hmm. Jews eat offals.
Jews are allowed to eat offals?
Oh, yes. They eat calves' kidneys, I think.
How big is that? A calf's kidney?
Ah, well, that depends if it's fresh or if it's been marinated in brine or cooked.
When fresh, are they as big as a human kidney?
They would be, yes.
You know, Mr. Hardyman, it's lucky for both of us that the murder that took place in your mother's courtyard was only the Whitechapel killer's third. Had it been the first, I wouldn't be thanking you, as I'm doing now, for all of this important information. Goodbye and take care.
If you say so. Right, farewell, Mr. Holmes.
Right, okay.
Let's go to the cobbler's.
We were literally just there. Oh, umbrellas. There's Tom Bulling. Hello, Tom. The writing didn't pay its way then.
Best brollies in Whitechapel! Also protects against wallops and chamber pots!
Okay, cool. Right, to the cobblers. Hi, Isaac. What's going on?
Good evening, Mr. Solomonovich.
Evening, Mr. Holmes. If you've come about the business with my cousin, I hate to say...
What? Okay, do you eat offal?
Before you respond to my
Weird
request,
opening
I must
gambit.
ask you to answer this question of the utmost importance. What offals are Jews allowed to eat?
Well, the same as you.
Kidney, heart, liver?
Yes.
How are they prepared?
Kidneys are boiled, heart is often finely sliced and cooked on a skewer, and liver is always grilled.
These offals, do they come from cattle?
Yes, beef or veal.
And eating non-kosher food would be a grave affair for a Jew, isn't that right?
Yes, it would be very serious. But what are you getting at?
The Aldgate Butcher.
If I were to tell you what I'm thinking, Mr. Solomonovich, you would pull out your own eardrums to not hear the end of my sentence. It goes against the beliefs of hundreds of members of your community, and for some, perhaps even worse. I will ask you one last time before involving the authorities, who I assure you will be far less discreet than myself. Do you know who the second Joseph is, the Aldgate Butcher, who your cousin knows from the Imperial Club?
His name is Joseph Chaim Levy, but I don't know where he lives. I know nothing about him, other than he's a member of the Imperial Club on Duke Street.
That street is after Church Passage, coming from Mitre Square. Am I right?
That's it.
Thank you. You have been an enormous help to both of us. Now, listen carefully. I need you to find 4 or 5 strong men among the members of your family who you trust wholeheartedly, and to wait here with them until my arrival, or you receive a message from me. Is that clear?
But if you will tell me...
Later, Mr. Solomonovich. Later.
He's set up a trap,
Let's
is
go
he?
to the Imperial Club.
The Imperial Club, where was that? There.
Ah, there's the Imperial Club. Let's see if I can find Joseph Hyam Levy.
We'll look round, okay.
The Imperial Club.
Just let's in, will they? Good.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Can I help you, sir?
Indeed, I have an urgent message from Mr. Joseph Levy, the Aldgate butcher.
I regret, sir, but Mr. Levy is not at the club at present. You can wait for him if you wish.
I thank you. Do you know where I can find him? His home address, perhaps? It is a very urgent matter.
I am sorry, sir, but we do not give out information regarding the club members to people outside the group.
I understand. I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall.
Right, let's have a little loop-see-loo around. Go through the door. Oh, that's the... Oh, hang on. There we go. Let's have a little look, see if there's any clues. There we go.
This may come in handy.
I knew there'd be something we needed. Today, Friday, November 9th, 1888, 9 p.m, information meeting and naturalization. How to become a citizen of Her Majesty. The process is and its implications. Club members' actions. 10 p.m, opening evening musical accompaniment. Mr. Blum piano, Mr. Schultz violin. Administration will be closed all day. Okay.
Judging by the sound of voices and applause, there is a meeting going on at this very moment. I'll have to be very cautious.
Okay.
Pardon me, sir, but the club is only open to members.
Oh, of course it is, yes.
I must find a way to enter the Imperial Club without having to go through the entrance hall.
Alright, let's have a look around the back then. What we got around the back? We got a back door. No. Oh, we've got coal.
Coal. It's a service door and firmly locked. There must be a stock room in the cellar beneath this room. There is a cellar window behind this barrel, which is preventing me from passing. If I can just get into the coal cellar, I shall be in the place.
Yeah, okay. What we got there?
This barrel is on a wooden pallet, but it is too heavy to be moved. I will need a pivot.
Oh, I've got this. It's a bit weak for a pivot, isn't it?
I will need a pivot.
Okay. Probably something a little bit more substantial than an old coat hanger. Probably want like it. That's a bottle. Probably want like something chunky, like a big old. There's where the murder was down there, wasn't it?
Nothing of interest here.
Okay. We've got these boxes. It's a wood or that big. That's a good pivot. Yeah, that'll work as a pivot.
I will need a pivot.
Oh, I've got the wrong thing selected. Hang on.
There we are. My pivot is in place. Now, let's find something to tip over this barrel. Nothing of interest here.
Alright, Sherlock, alright. We're having a look-see-loo around. What can we tip? Is this what the coat hanger's for? Again, the coat hanger's a little bit lightweight for this, but...
I will need a pivot.
We've got the pivot.
I will need a pivot.
We've got the pivot!
I will need a pivot.
Oh, what's wrong with that pivot? We just said that was a fine pivot.
I will need a pivot. I will need a pivot.
Oh.
I will need a pivot.
We've got a pivot. Stop going on about a bloody pivot. We've got one. What do we need now? We need something to tip it over. Can we just go over the wall here now? Right. anything we need to look up. So to tip over, we need like a stick or something we can get under it and, you know, roll it, or like a pole or something.
I have no reason to go that way.
How do you know there's not the exact thing we need just down there? What's that stick now? It's going to be blatantly right in the middle of our face. We go down here to Mitre Square, see if it's in there. He hasn't said we shouldn't come here. What's this? No, it's a big bit of wood. Well, we can go all the way around it, so there's got to be no end of things we can pick up, potentially use. All these boxes, is there not like a little trolley or something? Bits of wood? Oh, I'm stuck. A wheel. No, okay. So the murderer's in there. Is the chalk line still there? No, the chalk's been rubbed away.
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay, but we can come into the square. Interesting. And we can go up here. There's nothing I can see that we can pick up there. You'll probably
Nothing
say
of interest
okay.
here.
That's what I assumed. Right, okay, so we do have all this open there. Which makes you ask the question, is there something here? Or am I just wasting my time, which I think I am. Okay. Nothing in that wood? No. Nothing over here?
I have no reason to go that
No.
way.
So we've got that big bit of wood to pivot. So what do we need to switch to bring the block over? Sorry, the barrel over. Surely we could just heave it.
I will need a pivot.
We've got the bloody
I
pivot.
will need a pivot.
We've got the bloody pivot. Honestly.
I will need a pivot.
What else can we use? Put that away. We obviously don't need that yet. That's
Coal.
coal.
It's a service door.
What's over here then?
I have no reason to go that way.
Ah, a stick. How many sticks did we pass? But we had to get this stick apparently. This is the stick we needed.
I should be able to make it tip over.
All that effort for that.
Closed. The cellar window is locked from the inside by a simple iron hook.
Ah, that's what we got this for.
Let's go. Good. Let's try to find the exit that leads to the club.
That way probably. Right. So there's the coal. What else we got down here? Ooh, the wine. Potatoes. And we've got a key.
This may come in handy.
I can hear the meeting going on upstairs. Let's see if I could listen in. We've got a door over there. I think. Oh,
Empty tin cans.
there's a bit of a drum roll going on. Hello? Hello? Oh, we've got some nice pictures of ships.
Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept.
Where do you see administration? Is it on the...
Administration.
Okay.
Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is kept.
It's a bit of luck. Administration key as well. Oh,
Let's hope that it really is the key to this door. Administration. Perfect. This must be where the information on club members is...
kept. Yes, we know. We know. Right. Lots of junk in the bin. What we got in there?
Some square metal tokens.
Oh,
Curious.
for a
There is a
puzzle.
document.
Sir, I wanted to let you know that if your club needed kosher meat, then when you have any special functions, I'd be available to furnish it for you, guaranteed by my complement abattoir. Compliant abattoir. It will be delivered directly to your society at a time that is convenient. Reasonable prices. Do not hesitate to call upon my services. Jacob Levy. We're looking for Joseph Levy, aren't we? It's got to be his brother. Oh, refused on the advice of Joseph Hyam Levy. So they're obviously related.
There must have been litigation between Joseph Hyam Levy and Jacob Levy.
Yes.
A page from an old Yiddish-English dictionary. Court's proceedings. Curious.
Morris Phillips, 30, Moss Wolf, 16, and Jacob Levy, 30, stealing 14 pounds of meat of Hyman Sampson, the master of Phillips and Wolf. Why, he's the problem.
This must be the club's safe. What I'm looking for is probably inside. I need something.
Oh, that'll be these little metal discs, won't it?
This must be the club's safe. What I'm looking for is probably inside. The lock on this chest is very sophisticated. Let's see.
So I put these in there. Do I have to match up the letters? So an whatever that is, an N, T, and those two match. So we're looking for an E on its back and an X, or I don't know. These are probably no, we don't have one that. So maybe that's not the right one there. What about we need an? It could be that one, and then we need a that symbol. That doesn't work. That would go there if we could find one that had that little symbol there. Do we have one? Only that has that symbol there. So that can't be right. Right. Start there. We go for it. Where's the P? That's got a P. That's the one with the P. So that they can only link up like that if this is indeed the pattern we're looking for. An N, we potentially got two. Let's go with that one for now. So we're looking for one with an N on the side. We've got that one and that one. We'll potentially go with that one. And then we've got that symbol and the T. So that could go there. Then we've got the E and the N, which we don't have a symbol for. So we don't think that is right. Or that might not be right. So we're looking for one with an N on the top. So it could be that one. Or it could be that one. So that and so be that and that, and then we're looking for that symbol with. We don't have one of those symbols, so that maybe is at the bottom. We work our way up, maybe. So we're looking for one that has that symbol at the bottom, which could be that. And then we'd look for an N and one of those E's. No. Oh, yes. Then we'd have a P. I mean, N and a squiggle. Oh. Oh, oh, oh!
Elementary.
Got there.
I need something.
Oh, do we? That.
These documents contain some
Here we
words
go.
in Yiddish, which reads from right to left.
Right to left. Okay. We know from Kabbalah that power of gematria that enables us to count everything in the world seen and unseen. Thus, we know that Lester counts as 439, and he is blessed because 439 is also that, which means the man of God. Dear Joseph, I did the counting of names for our club members, which is as the follows. Mr. Bath is 403, Bet 2, Alfred 1, and Thav 400. Mr. Hammer is 356. Hay 5. Aleph 1. Mem 40. Mem 40. A is 70 and R is 200. You're sincerely. Please tell Mr. Murrell that, providing his name is spelled as blah, he is 346. Right, okay. So, Bath is 403. Bet 2. So TH is 400. The B and the A is 3. So who are we looking for? Are we looking for Joseph or are we looking for Levy? So Levy would be LE, which would be... What would be LE? Would be that symbol? Would it? Or is it LE? So that would be that and that symbol? Which would be what? Where is that symbol? There, 40. And whatever that is, 6. That's 46. So I guess if we can... So we got that symbol up there. So I think that's an L. So can I put that as like an L? I guess that's wrong. So that symbol would be an E. That symbol would be an R. Oh, that's right. These ones are wrong. Okay, we'll keep going. So that's got to be a U. No. Afflet and Thor 400. Thus we know that Leicester counts as 439. So that's L. Oh right, so that's E. Oh, okay, I just misread it. So you would be that. Okay, I'm with you now. Where have we seen that symbol? There. So that would be E. E? No. Is that an S? No. So that symbol has got to be an L. No, that's the L. That's the R then, is it? No, R is there. I suppose that... What is that then? Oh, the man that means God, so is that D? No. Oh my goodness, I'm sure you're probably way ahead of me on this one. So high is 5. Mem is 40. Ain and Rish is 200. So these numbers, I'm not quite sure. So anyway, I suppose we can work it out. If that's 439, how does that... So if we know that is... What is that symbol? That is worth... I don't know if there's two puzzles here and I'm trying to solve them. That's 30 plus N, which is 1. It's 31. Plus that which is 6. So that's 37. So n would be, or lowercase n would be 8. Okay, so hang on. What was that? We have the... That is 30. That is 1. That is 8. So that's 39. What was that again? 6. So what's that? Oh no, it's not 6. Yeah, I think it is 6 actually. And that has got to be 2. 8. Right. Yeah. Clear as mud. So that's going to be A. We've got E, we've got R, we've got M. We've got U? U we got, yeah. E and L, yeah, we got that. We've got M already. So we got S. No, T. Right, so that is 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that is 1. That is going to be 2, so is that B? Yeah, okay. And that is 5, so A, B, C, D, E. Can't be E. Maybe it's D? No. F? Is that in any of the... That's... No, we haven't seen that used anywhere, have we? So it's a bit of a guess, really. Is that a G? It's got to be a V, isn't it? No. Well, we could just brute force this now. We've got all but 1.
Excellent. Now,
H.
on to the next step.
Right. Joseph Levy. Joseph Levy, born in Aldgate, 1841. Membership, April 14th, 1887. Home address, 38 Middlesex Street, Aldgate. Profession, self-employed butcher at 1 Hutchinson Street, Aldgate. Perfect.
Here we are. I have the address of this Joseph Hyam Levy, 36 Middlesex Street. Now, let's try to get out of here without being seen.
Go out the window.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Okay. Should we go out the back way?
No, that's not such a good idea. There's a meeting taking place.
Oh, is this the front door then, where the guy was? Oh, I can see through. Hang on. What's through here?
The kitchen. It's closed, and besides, I won't find what I'm looking for in there.
Alright, should we just go out the way we came in? That makes sense. Sorry, it's this one. Let's go out the way we came in. Simple.
Blast! My exit has been sealed off. The barrel was replaced. I'll have to find another way.
Oh, who's done that? Oh. A rope. Oh. Oh, hook. Well, I can see where this is going. Oh, maybe not. I thought we were going to have to heave that out of the way. Let's get the hook disconnected from our hand. Or put it away is the other word.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Oh, where does this go?
Closed.
Okay. Have to go this way then, won't we?
No, that's not a good idea. The watchman is still there. I must find a way to get him to leave his post. The kitchen. It's closed, and besides...
We'll go in here then. What are we looking for in here?
This may come in handy.
Candlestick.
I can't get out through the window. It's blocked and appears to be reinforced. I'll have to find another way out.
Okay. It's all got to happen in here, isn't it?
Closed.
Can we use that
Closed.
to bracket open now? Can we use that?
Closed.
No, he'd say I need something, wouldn't he? What have we got here?
I need something.
But what are we looking at? So I know what we can potentially... candle, see what we're looking at maybe? Okay, that goes there. We like the candle?
I need something.
Okay. The hook?
I need something.
No. The rope? Tin cans?
I need something.
The hook?
I need something.
No, the tin cans? What are we proposing here?
I need something.
The match?
I need something.
Okay, something... Maybe we need to mix these together, do we? Maybe something we don't yet have. So we've got a rope on there. Obviously the candle will burn and snap the rope, but what are we attempting? Oh!
I need something. I need something.
No, okay. Hook there, okay.
I need something.
Tin cans?
I need something.
So we're going to burn the rope.
I need something.
So what do we... What? Oh, it's a bucket there. Anything else? No, I think that's good. So we put the bucket on the end of the debris. Okay. Put the tin cans in the bucket. Okay. And we light the candle. Cause a distraction.
Now let's quickly hide in administration.
This is the most long-winded and bizarre distraction ever. Well, that was over elaborate, wasn't
Let's
it? That
visit
really was.
Joseph Levy at 36 Middlesex Street.
Crikey Moses, right? That was really elaborate for what it needed to be. Is he in here? 36 Middlegate Street. Yes, he is. He's in the
Here I am in
kill
Middlesex
zone.
Street. Let's find number 36.
Is Joseph? That's 34, 33, 35, 37, 36.
Hello, sir. What do you want?
Hello, Ma'am. I would like to speak with Mr. Levy. Do you know if he's in?
I am Mrs. Levy, his wife. He's not arrived yet.
Do you know when he'll be in?
Oh, no idea. You know, he works at the butcher's and helps at the slaughterhouse. It often happens that he doesn't come in until early morning and then
No.
leaves right away.
Well, listen, as soon as your husband Joseph returns, tell him that
My
Interesting.
husband isn't called Joseph.
Oh.
you aren't the wife of Joseph Hyam Levy.
No, of course not. I'm the wife of Jacob Levy. Mr. Hyam Levy used to live here with his parents, but he moved.
Mommy, who's the man that you are talking to?
It's Mr. Holmes.
But this poor child has syphilis. He carries the mark on his face.
Leave us, children. Go back inside with your brothers and sisters.
Yes, Mother.
So it's Jacob, we think.
As I was saying, Mr. Hyam Levy doesn't live here. He works in a butcher's near Aldgate, but I don't know exactly where. But if you find him, he will surely live next door. Butchers always live near their work.
Could you possibly give him a message on my behalf?
I don't see him often, and, well, even though we know him, we aren't on friendly terms, you see?
Is he bothering you, Mommy?
No, Simon, not at all.
That's a handsome boy you have. It's strange that he has light hair.
He takes after his father. Strong, with light hair.
Wait, he sounds familiar to me. A man of about 50 years old, very big, at least 6 feet tall, and left-handed, correct?
You are mistaken yet again.
Here we go.
My husband is only 32 years old,
We
no
predicted
taller
33.
than 5'3",
5'3".
and he's right-handed.
That's our guy.
Obviously, there are many Levies in the area. I will leave you, and I pray that you will excuse the disturbance. Perhaps we will have the pleasure of meeting again. Farewell, ma'am.
Goodbye, sir.
We have our man. Well. Is that him? Are we that blind?
Daddy!
Is that Jack the Ripper?
I must return to Baker Street. Let's go to Baker Street.
Ah, we might have him right there. Have we seen his face?
Well, Watson, not looking so good.
Whose fault is that, Holmes? If you hadn't shown me your masterpiece in clay.
Some actions have much larger repercussions than would be assumed at first glance. Listen, Watson, in a few minutes I will leave Baker Street in order to meet Jack the Ripper and put an end to his crimes. Beforehand, I want to go over all our discoveries to assure myself that everything is clear.
Rightio.
Jack the Ripper? You know the identity of Jack the Ripper?
I think so.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Watson, and I assure you that we are in possession of all the elements required to determine who Jack the Ripper is. Would you like to do this work with me?
Yes. Let's do it.
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Okay, so we've got some more deductions to do. Let's get these on there. So, a piece of Edo's white apron was cut out. The piece of white apron was found near Goulston Street, near the message accusing Jewish people. The Whitechapel killer left the message accusing the Jews in Whitechapel in Goulston Street. Jack the Ripper wants to accuse someone who lives in Goulston Street, has a score to settle with the Jewish community. Now, if he was, as we know, rejected to serve meat to the club, that might cause. I'm going to go with that. Yes, he has a score to settle with the Jewish community because of his theft at a young age. He was probably limited his life opportunities within that community, didn't he? Due to their values, etc. So, nose was cut out, eyelids were cut out, cheeks were slashed to become thinner, Kelly was disfigured, syphilis deformed the patients, Jack the Ripper wanted to give his last victims the appearance of syphilis, Jack the Ripper wanted to rip the faces off his last victims, wanted to disfigure his last victims in order to cause a sensation. It's going to be the syphilis link, isn't it? Because Jack the Ripper wants us to compare him to a terminal illness? No. Jack the Ripper seems like he suffers from syphilis? No, it's not that. Jack was confronted with syphilis. Okay, in his child, maybe. There we go. We've got... Oh, we've still got something we haven't thought out here. A murder searched Annie Chapman. The murderer searched Edo's. The murderer was looking for money or objects of value. The murderer was looking for something that had victims stole from him. The murderer was settling up a ritual around the bodies. Something stole from him, was it? If we go with a rich around the bodies, the murderer stole Chapman's rings. Any Chapman's rings were worthless. He's poor. Was a fetishist. Collects trophies. Probably a fetishist, is it? No. Maybe it's that one that's wrong. Well, they were valueless, so it's not going to be... Maybe he was poor and he just didn't know that they were worthless. Looking for money or objects of value. Really? Okay, so that is the right one. He's poor and he obviously doesn't realise that they were worthless. Or they were worthless, but the pennies that they would bring in would be worth to him more than we'd think. So, anyway, P. Nichols' murder. Polly Nichols' murderer, right-handed or left-handed. Chapman's killer must be right-handed. Shrouds' killer, right-handed. Edo's murderer is right-handed. The wounds on C. Edo's neck reveal that the murderer is right-handed. Jack the Ripper is right-handed. I've got some more deductions to piece together. So, M.J. Kelly's lungs were subject to incisions. Many of M.J. Kelly's organs were detached. Edo's liver and lungs underwent small incisions. The killer hesitated on the organs to remove. The killer wanted to verify the health of his victims. The killer kept going at his victims. Don't know. Oh, he wanted to verify the health of his victims. Oh, I see, like a Jewish butcher. They look at the offal to make sure the body is healthy to eat. I see. Or, a similar kind of thought process. Chapman's uterus was removed and taken. M.J. Kelly's heart was removed, the same as the other murders. Kidneys and uterus were removed. The victims each had a deformity. No. Jack the Ripper removed the victims' organs when he could. Jack the Ripper lost the organs or some of his victims when he examined them. Probably that one, yeah. That was not linking to anything yet. Let's get that in there. Right, the murderer can't open Polly Nichols' throat. The same butcher's knife was used in the crimes against P. Nichols, Annie Chapman, L. Stride, C. Eddowes, and M.J. Kelly. Chapman's killer used a weapon of great size. Was a thin blade. Murder was new anatomy. New anatomy opened up Eddowes' abdomen like that of an animal. Murderer is knowledge of anatomy, so therefore he is. He's a butcher. Let's get these in. Oh, there's an is it? And that's all there. What we got here. Polly Nichols had her bonnet in her hand and was ready to exercise. Chapman was holding an envelope in her left hand. Stride was holding a packet of pastels. Eddowes held a thimble in her hand. Therefore, Jack the Ripper offered a gift to each of his victims before killing them? No. Jack the Ripper diverted their attention from the victims. Yes. Add to that where they were buried and their throats slit. The Whitechapel killer proceeded in the same way. The Whitechapel killer must have been accompanied. The Whitechapel killer extorted his victims. Proceeded the same way. So, with Eddowes and L. Stride's murder may be one and the same. Along with the Whitechapel killer proceeded the same way and feeling unorganised. Plus, the Whitechapel killer had the same time to kill Eddowes and Stride. It's the same man who killed them. And on this one, it is not the same man who killed P. Nichols and Annie Chapman. It is the same man who. It is the same man. He's a strong man. Strong man. Jack the Ripper possesses great physical force. Corpulent man, tall man. He's great physical force. Because we know he's only about 5'3" and 32 years old. Jack the Ripper had an accomplice. Jack the Ripper could not have committed these 5 murders. Jack the Ripper definitely killed P. Nichols. Yeah.
Perfect, Watson.
Got him.
Let's determine who Jack the Ripper is, Watson.
Oh, okay. Where's that board? I saw the board. Where'd it go? That's over here.
Thus, we have 5 suspects. Let's add the elements that correspond to each of them.
Oh, it's not Beep Beep. He's a nice old boy. Walter Skit. Oh, he was the artist, wasn't he? So we've got Dr. Tumblety, Beep Beep, the artist in Bella's, Jacob Levy, who we think is the murderer, and Abraham Solomonovich, the pet shop owner. He's kind-hearted. So Jack the Ripper was confronted with syphilis. We know he's got that. Jack the Ripper was confronted with syphilis. Okay. Oh, he had syphilis as well, didn't he? Because his daughter died from it. Who also potentially had confronted with syphilis? Come back to that one. Whitechapel killer is poor. So you're poor. You're poor. Oh, you're poor. Wealthy. Is he poor? Possibly. Was a butcher or is a butcher. Well, you know about meat, and you know about meat. You two, oh, you could class him as a butcher. He was a doctor. Didn't Abraham say he used to work in the meat trade as well, if I seem to recall, and then he gave it up because it was killing. So the poor was a butcher. Jack the Ripper has a score to settle with the Jewish community. I don't think Hardyman has. Sickert, I don't think has. Levy does. Abraham, does he? I don't think he does. He may do after the current, but I don't think at this moment he does. Great physical force. Hardyman doesn't seem that strong, does he? We know you have great physical force. Workman's clothes. So you have workman's clothes. You have workman's clothes. You have workman's clothes. That's not right. Okay. You don't have workman's clothes. So does he possess great physical strength? No. Do these possess great physical strength? He does, okay. Jack the Ripper lives at a ward on Aldgate. Do you live on Aldgate? No, you don't. You do. Do you? No. 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 Uh, 5 foot 3 inches tall. Well, we know you are. How? No. We don't know their heights, do we? No. Okay, good. Uh, 5 foot 3 inches tall. I think we've got that. Workman's clothes, physical strength. Score to settle with the Jewish community. Does any of these have a score to settle with the Jewish community? Oh, he does. Okay, fair enough. Was a butcher. We think we've got all that. Do we class him as a butcher? No. Don't class him as a butcher, do we now? Good. These are wealthy, weren't they? So it's not those two. But we're missing one. Confronted by syphilis. Were you confronted by syphilis? You were. You? No. Were you confronted by syphilis? No. Okay, good. Right-handed, 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 right-handed. Good. Murderer has light-coloured hair and a moustache. This is what we were looking for. You do. Oh, you do. There we go. Jacob Levy. Plays Jack the Ripper. Oh, it's you.
And there you go, Watson. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper.
Fantastic, Holmes. And terrifying. But some aspects of this case are still unclear, at least for me.
For example, Watson?
Why does the man only kill prostitutes?
The man kills prostitutes because he blames them for the misery of his life. He must have frequented them assiduously, and during these nocturnal visits, he contracted syphilis, which he passed on to his spouse, and via her, at least one of his children. He is an angry man in despair following a mistake that cannot be fixed.
Why does he only kill such miserable prostitutes?
He never had the means to afford prostitutes of higher standing than Nichols, Chapman, and the others. At one point in his life he was forced to steal to make ends meet. This indiscretion cost him dearly. He was imprisoned and exiled from his community.
Indeed he was.
He had frequented low-class prostitutes. Thus, it was they who infected him, and they who must pay.
But why did he remove the organs?
To take vengeance on his own community, which rejected him and had more success than he. He is a man who bore the burden of a sinister reputation, that of a thief and a madman, because of his internment. So he took his vengeance in the most cowardly and horrific manner imaginable. He rubbed his knife on the uterus of a sick prostitute before using it. He passed Edow's kidney off as a veal kidney.
Why did he disfigure the faces of the last two victims?
Revenge yet again, Watson. This is what you did to my child. You will suffer the same fate.
And the piece of apron and the message at Goulston Street?
The only reason to have placed the piece of apron incriminating the message and attracting attention towards himself is that the people that Levy holds responsible for his arrest live in this building. The butcher's where he committed the theft is found in Goulston Street, and the majority of the butchers who denounced him surely live close to their workplaces.
Very good. Yes, I knew that. Yes.
But finally,
Glad you picked
Holmes,
up on that one, Holmes.
why
Yes,
didn't his
well done.
wife or anyone else notice anything?
His wife has many children and must be very busy. The man is a butcher, which must facilitate things when one is questioned by the police in the street and must justify the bloodstains on oneself. Furthermore, butchers often work during the night, as the meat must be sold fresh each morning. His nocturnal absences were easily justifiable. Finally, he works in the butchers or slaughterhouses. Nothing could be more simple than slipping a kidney in here and using a knife soiled with human blood there.
This story is frightful, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson. Lies, infidelity, venereal disease, murder, mutilation, and finally cannibalism. A complete anthology of what humans at their most vile are capable.
Let's go at once to Whitechapel and put this madman where he can do no more harm, Holmes.
Let's, Watson.
Let's do this. Middlesex Street, ward of Aldgate. It's raining. We still got those matches. Hello, gents.
Hey, you remember me? You owe me 2 shillings on a jiffy.
Yeah, whatever, mate. Whatever. Right. Hello, love.
Pardon me, but can you give me some information?
If you're looking for a princess lover, you found her.
Lovely. Ah, here we go.
I do
36.
believe we are not alone. I hope these men won't prevent us from passing.
Me? No. But you, yes, Watson. Your journey ends here tonight.
Pardon?
You're sometimes a little hot-headed, and moreover, Mr. Solomonovich has a few things to tell you. I won't be long.
Why not bring
You
the
can
police
come
in?
in, Mr. Holmes. He's waiting for you inside. Everything was organized according to your instructions. I don't know how to thank you.
Later. Dr. Watson is awaiting an explanation from you.
Hello, Jack. Well, that's not him. Sorry. Hello, Jack. Pinpointing the wrong guy. Oh, what? We can't hear what he's saying. Boobity 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 boo 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 boo. Maybe he's just beatboxing. Trying to nerve him. I take this is supposed to be like, we will never know what he said. counting the murders. So that first one was the frantic stabbing. This time he's doing, what's this, Polly Nichols? So this next one would be Annie Chapman, I assume. Obviously he's going through his torment, or his inner torments, whatever they are, his inner demons. Oh, there's him graffitiing. Maybe that's Annie Chapman, maybe it's the one in Miller's Court. It's the one with the heart, isn't it? Yes, Miller's Court then. Yes, he's not a very pleasant chap. Was he dead? No.
Hello, Watson.
Holmes, have you the slightest idea what you are doing?
I think so, Watson.
Leaving this bloodthirsty pervert at liberty and hiding his existence from the London police? What folly!
What?
Certainly, the police will never find their man, but with so many men deployed, this affair will indirectly have a benevolent effect on the crime in the vicinity.
But Holmes, wait! Justice hasn't been served, and we are accomplices to the fact.
Justice? But I don't serve justice, Watson. I serve truth. And, incidentally, I serve my country, and I don't think that I have ever served it better than today. Imagine if after months of terror and a murder as abominable as that of Miller's Court, we deliver to the English people a man of the Jewish faith, a journeyman and head of family as the guilty party. A man who forced members of his own people to eat human flesh. All of this contained tension would have exploded in a myriad of anti-Semitic acts which would have thrown Whitechapel into a rage of fire and blood. And this man's family, who are completely innocent and have suffered more than their lot, would have been the first in the line of sight. Should we condemn an entire people to shame and promise them 1,000 wounds because one of their members committed an unmentionable crime? Neither I nor you have the right to do so. Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, is now in the hands of his own people. I have complete faith in Mr. Solonovich and the members of his community who, I remind you, courageously helped us. They took great risks and acted with the most salutary discretion. And, oh yes, it is understood that you cannot chronicle this investigation. It would be best to invent a story that takes us far from London during the sombre period, in pursuit of, let's see, something challenging. A ghostly dog that glows in the night.
The Hound of the Baskervilles, my favourite story.
Don't be ridiculous, Holmes. But what will happen now? The police will endure a serious setback and a real loss of credibility. And this man?
Well, a few months after the murders have ceased, the police commission, finding themselves at an impasse, will come up with a story to tell, and everyone will vow that they know the secret identity of the killer without having the right to reveal it. As for Jacob Levy, Jack the Ripper, he will be imprisoned by his own people. He will pace like a lion in its cage until the end of his days, haunted by his crimes and his insatiable vengeance, until finally the disease which drove him to kill those poor women will finish its work and make him its final victim.
So, but the murder of Mary Jane Kelly was Jack the Ripper's last crime. On July 29th, 1891, Jacob Levy died of a general syphilis. In the same year, the police filed away for good. For the general public, the mystery remained unsolved. Jack the Ripper's shadow roams forever in Whitechapel's alleys. So they tied that in very nicely. So yeah, he died a couple of years later from the syphilis, and the same year the police closed the file on the investigation. Wow. Well, considering this game was made in 2009, I have to say that was a very, very good game put together. I mean, the atmosphere on the East London streets was fantastic for a game of this age. And the actual detail that they've gone into, I've only read some of the comments as well, and I've been doing some reading around these cases. There's everything key, I think, has been in this game. The letters, the murders, the suspects, the rumours, the everything. This must have been one hell of a well-researched piece of work before they put this together, and to come up with a plausible assailant, the butcher as Jack the Ripper, then that is, yeah. Would his people lock him away, or would they do him in and then bury him somewhere? I don't know. I would think the most communities would probably look to do him away, but if he was dying. If he was in the later stages of dying of syphilis, then maybe they would just let him agonise in pain and see out his painful last few days as torture. I don't know. It's a very odd one, but yeah, we know who Jack the Ripper is, supposedly. Jacob Levy, the butcher from Aldgate. Wow. That's been one hell of an adventure. The puzzles at times have been brilliant, and at other times have been frustrating beyond belief. But I've really enjoyed the overall experience of this, and I hope you've enjoyed coming along this journey and this investigation with Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes as well. Yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think that is a plausible suspect? I think so. I think they've really done some good research there, and we've come up with oh, here we go, the voices. Should we see who was? Okay, Mr. Holmes. Holmesy. Who knows? Who knows who that voice actor was? But yeah, I've really enjoyed this actually. I could very much like to look at some of the other Sherlock Holmes adventures are out there. Let me know if you want to see and explore some other Sherlock Holmes mysteries as well. I know I've seen a lot in the comments saying the later Sherlock Holmes cases are a little bit more story driven, and you can skip some of the tricky dad guy. Who's dad guy? Some of the trickier puzzles, but you know, it's nice to try and get the puzzles anyway, isn't it? So yeah, maybe we'll do them in chronological order. I know there's some really early ones which are just like point and click adventures, but I like these 3D ones. I think the one before this, preceding this, did have the same kind of 3D engine. We would like to thank our fans and players. Without you, we wouldn't be able to hear. Gary G, who missed the last saving throw. Oh, the first DM, he taught us to roll the dice, open worlds and the new worlds. Oh, that's so sad. And all the thanks to everyone else. So yes, there's a previous one with the earlier 3D engine, but I think that's a little bit clunky. But we may go back to this. So I may, whatever's next after this one, I may The characters and events in the game are based on one of many theories of whom Jack the Ripper really was. This game is based on a theory rather than fact. The views expressed in the game are those of its developer, publisher, manufacturer, and licensee, blah 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 blah. Their representation or warranty is given to the concerning accuracy of any information in this game. All references to persons living or dead in this acts are related events, are theoretical and coincidental, and should not be taken in fact. This game is not endorsed by our association or third party author, character, company, film, game, book, or other work. All trademarks are property of their respective owners. And breathe. So yes, if you want to, we'll do some more Sherlock Holmes adventures. We'll follow on the I wish there was a Hand of the Baskervilles one, because I do love that story. But no, we will see whatever's, if this has interested you. We won't do a Sherlock straight away, but because I know the sci-fi fans were asking for a sci-fi one, and there's also an adventure one was also high on the requested list. So we might do a sci-fi one series next, and then another adventure series, and maybe we'll come back after that to do another Sherlock Holmes case with Dr. Watson. Thanks so much for watching. With a bloody knife. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.